Hello, Agostina.
Hello, Calenzo.
We had a wonderful week together. We danced together, and yes, it was really beautiful. But we wanted to know a little bit more about you.
Okay.
Can you tell about Agostina?
Okay. I born in Santiago del Estero. It's north to Argentina. I'm not come from Buenos Aires, so that means that I start dancing folklore since I have 6 years old. And when I get my 15 years, I met tango for the first time, and I fell in love deeply watching a video of Gabito and Marcela Duran, and another from Geraldine Rojas and Javier Rodriguez. So in that moment, I decided to, when I finished the school, go to Buenos Aires to study tango. Tango for my city was like a foreigner dance. In Santiago del Estero, we don't used to have a lot of tango or milongas or the culture of tango. We dance more chacarera, samba. And so I decided to go to Buenos Aires to study. And since that moment until today, it's my passion, it's my work. I'm a psychologist too. I make the career of psychologist, but tango is my first love, it's my career, it's my everything, if I can say. So Agostina is me and tango together. And now I have 34 years.
Okay.
I'm living in Barcelona. I leave Argentina 8 years ago, yes. I love travel, I love to teach, and I love to be a psychologist too. I try to combine a little bit when I teach to put a little bit work with the self-esteem of the ladies. This is one goal that I have. I don't know if you want to ask me something.
Yes, of course.
I make a resume.
What was the thing that you felt when you met tango? What is it?
Good question. I love to dance in general. If I heard salsa, I want to dance salsa. If I heard chacarera, I want to make chacarera. And in that moment in my life, I was making Latin American folklore, Arabian music, Arabian dance, like belly dance,
Yes.
and hip hop.
Okay.
But for being part to a company in Santiago del Estero was the company of the city, who represent the city. You must know tango. So I start lesson not because I watch, it's because I have to. And that maestro give me this little CD, was a mini disc in that moment, because YouTube was not something famous. And when I saw that, first of all, I remember Gavita and Marcela Duran, especially Marcela Duran with this femme fatale, but at the same time so elegant. So that combination between how to be elegant and sexy and powerful for me was really, really beautiful. So when I looked there, I went to the next day to the lesson, and I say to my maestro, yeah, but they close more the embrace because what I was learning was not what I saw. And when I start to improvise, I never feel something equal as tango. For me, tango is the most deep connection when I talk about dance, So yeah, I think that two qualities, the elegant, the sexy part, but at the same time, the intimacy that you have in the close embrace, I never found in other styles. So that keep me in tango.
And that's why you went to tango and you left other dances behind? Or?
No, never. I wish, but I cannot focus. Tango is my work and my passion. It's my first dance, but as I explained at first, I love to dance in general. So today I'm learning other styles. I'm learning more. The name is heels. Heels style is high heels technique. or commercial. It's a little bit mix of hip hop and many dance. And when I travel, if I can learn different folklore, I try to. So I try to keep open-minded, but tango is my main path, is my career.
Okay. And do you feel like you take things from other dances and you put it on tango, or you keep tango like tango? And
No. I cannot avoid to get influence from other dance. For example, now I'm taking commercial lessons, and I cannot believe how they listen to music. It's so deep and complex. And of course, I take musicality lesson in tango, but how to train in my ear, I can train listening other style or dance in other style. So when I dance tango, I think I bring that training from the other lessons that I take. And not just tango, when I make boxeo, box, or tennis, or any kind of a sport that I should go into my body, every little advice or detail I can put on tango, because at the end the body is the same. So I found that the technique is really universal, and so I try to be conscious about that. Everything that I take external to tango, I all the time thinking on tango, and so I try to apply.
Something that fascinates me and integrates me is, and also what I'm still learning, is how to go in the body. Because before I did many things and was more out of my body, like karate and football, but tango is much more into the body. Can you say how you go to more like in your body? What could you tell people how they can do it, or what to pay attention to?
In my personal experience, when I took a ballet lesson, I had a really wonderful maestro who explained with a map of the body. So he showed me truly the muscles that we are using that in the exercise. And this lesson were ballet and stretching lesson. So I feel that for know how to move myself, I must to know my body as the anatomy first. And second, I meditate a lot, because I was like you. I was all the time in the external movements and not into my body. In one point in my life, I start to feel so much anxious, and I take lessons to how to breathe. And from the breathing to meditation, and I think the spiritual, how you say, camino, the spiritual way, allow me to get into myself. Not just about anatomy, it's about recognize what's happening. To if my heart is beating a lot, to be conscious about that, my breathing, my belly, and I think that helped me a lot. The spiritual way bring me into the internal connection with me.
Oh, nice. Yes, I like it a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Can you say that tango is also spiritual way?
Of course, yes. As the spiritual person that I try to be and psychologist that I am, I cannot avoid that every embrace explain me something totally different. I never found equal the embrace, and you can think about the shape, about the tension, but actually it's more than that. We are energy. We cannot avoid to be energy. We share the energy when we are so close. Even if you study neuroscientific things, you know that after 30 seconds embrace each other really deep and really close, we share even hormonal things. We start to spray the oxytocin or many change inside. So, of course, the embrace in general, universally, express many things. And tango is pure embrace. So yes, I think Lisa can be really spiritual and can be really brutal too. Can be really toxic at the same time if you don't know how to work with that energy. Can be complex. Let's say the truth. It's not everything green, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes can be really dangerous or get a lot of tension, and we need to learn how to work with that.
Something else that I want to know, because my main teacher is Anibal and Valeria, and I didn't know you, and I think you don't know him very well until yet. But I see you speak the same language, so be grounded with the energy. And how did you know this? Which were your teachers, your maestros or maestras, and how did you get that information?
As Anibal said before, the floor is the floor, and the experience is the experience. I had many partners in my life, like tango partners. I share my tango with different style, with different. So for change all the time the embrace, I need to keep universal things with me. And I think the professional levels, we keep the same info because it's the, I cannot say it's the truth of tango, but at least it's the universal thing that work for dance with everyone. Something really universal is if you can keep your axis really strong, of course you can support and contain another one, right? So I think it's, if we are conscious how we keep the axis, at the end the advice it will be the same, because the body is the body, the floor is the floor. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And who were your teachers?
Oof.
Oh, you had so many.
Yeah, I never get married with a technique or maestro, and as I explained before, I don't have a main partner in my life, but all my partners allow me to know me better.
Okay.
Pandemic was another one, was another maestro, because first of all, because I knew how deep in love I'm in tango. I mean, when I didn't have it in my life, because I was too used to dance every day, and when I didn't have my student or my career or my tango, I said, oh, I feel a little bit depressed, and that was a big learn for me. And then every time that I travel and I share with maestros, I always, if I can advise something, I always take private. I really love the experience to take private, because it's, I think, the faster way to learn deeply. But no, I don't have ones. I have many. Yeah, I make many workshops, but never follow just one maestro.
Okay. I danced a little bit with you, and I feel like a lot of power. What is your secret for this power?
I come from a stage tango. A stage tango was one of my style, and a stage give you that power, like potential. I can, when you dance salon, you dance for another, for your partner. It's really intimate. It's really beautiful. But in the stage, you have to dance for your partner and for the public. So that obligate to me to express even more, a little bit more exaggerate. So now when I dance salon, I cannot avoid to have that energy with me. And the second thing is that I'm learning as a leader, and that double language allow me to know how deep can I push, how I have to control myself, and it's a more playful, because I know the limit of your side. So that is a good, for me, a good advice to try the both role, to go till the limit of your possibilities.
Yes.
And I'm heavy. I have body. So let's say the truth. When it's not the same one really skinny and short lady than me, that I'm big, I'm tall, and I have my back. So the weight of my body, I love to use in tango. I don't pretend to be lighter. I never gonna search that it's not my style to look like a princess. I love if you feel power, because that's what I want to express. Other lady maybe want to express more feminine or delight, or it's not my character. My personality say I'm power, and I want you feel that.
And maybe also your roots, because your roots are more chacarera and things like this. Maybe also, no?
A lot, yes, yes. The folklore give you the weight into the floor. Yes.
And you say you are a psychologist. Was this your study? And you did tango parallel with
Yes.
psychology?
I will say the truth of that. When I been in Buenos Aires, I started in UNA. UNA in that moment was the Institute University of Art, National University of Art. But I thought that I will not be good as a tanguera. I saw my friends at high levels, and I saw the tango shows. The ladies put the leg like this and have too much stretch position and so light. And I said, no, I cannot do it. So I decided to start psychologist. But I never quit to tango. I keep making the career. I made the 5 years, I graduate, and when I finished the career of psychologist, my tango career growing up a lot. Because I think the psychologist career offered me self-esteem.
Okay.
And the self-esteem for me is the key. Is the key for improve your technique. So when I feel better with myself, because make a career is something important, at least for me, I have the libido to make the other career. And in that moment in my life, I was working in the mental hospitality, and I had to quit because I started to travel, and then the championship came, I win, so my self-esteem better, and now I'm more tanguera than psychologist, but I try to keep a little bit of my other career with me all the time.
What would you say to women or to tangueros in general to get more self-esteem? Because I think also it's a very nice thing to have and to express in your dance, no?
When I make these groupal techniques, first we share the fears that we have, because at the end we all have the same fear, and it's really important to express and to know that that nothing happened if you had mistakes. Actually, the truth of any dance is take time. We have a process here, but the body have another process, and we have to be really patient about the body process. Because I can explain, you can understand, but then your body make other thing, and that is natural. That happened to all of us, and I try to be supportive about the process of my student. And I have to say that make therapy is the key to to know yourself, to know your weakness point, and to treat as your best friend is, of course, is really important. We had many topics. It's a really long answer for me because I cannot treat your self-esteem from just one point. But if I have to say something for the interview, I will say just changing your posture can change the way that you feel. Because many posture in our body create different hormones. So if I'm like this the whole time and with my face like that, I will start my brain, it feel like I'm depressed. Maybe I'm not, but my body shape create the hormonal things to make my brain believe that. Or if I force my smile the whole time, and maybe I'm not happy, but I'm forced, my brain, it will read that I'm happy, and the endorphins start to work. So at least if you don't believe that you are the best, at least act like you are the best. Open your chest. Don't let the crown get down. You are a queen. So even the body language, it will create in your brain another message that help to you to go through the way in the nice way. And I always explain we are not healing the cancer. We are just dancing. And I'm sure that all of my students and all of my friends choose tango because they want to have a good moment. And I always ask the same, why you suffer during the process if you choose this for have fun?
Yes.
It's really simple, right? If I decide to make tango as a hobby and have fun, why I come into the lesson to treat really bad with myself? So I think we have to listen more the inner kid that we have here that is really creative and try to take off the perfection mask, because the success and be perfect is the worst thing that we can do. We try to embrace the mistake. It's a process, and the process is really slow. And in that way, and when you see that everyone have the same mistake and having the same struggle, you say, it's not just me, I'm not the stupid one. It's a process, and I'm embracing this process, and I will try to enjoy it. Opening my chest, put my head up, and feel proud of my path, right? Actually, the proud is really, really important during your career, so.
I think also it's nice that you say that it's a process and it takes a lot of time.
Oof.
Because, yes, we look to the maestros and say, oh, wow, and we don't see our own process, and I think it can help a lot of people.
Yeah, and the students get into compare with us, but we are 24 hours with tango. You have other things to do, other works, so you occupy your day with many, many things in your head. And me as a maestra, I have to think the tango, how to do this, how to do that. It's 24 hours. So my career is not your career. My possibility, my ambience, my boundaries, they are never the same. So compared with the maestros, this will be always a wrong way, and at the same time, you pay me for this. The motivation is different. Let's be honest. So I try to be, my pressure is higher than you because I have to give you the best. You have your other salary from other work. Of course, it's not the same, right? So, yes.
Okay. Can it help also to connect with nice feelings and then dance?
Of course,
Yes,
of course.
also, right?
It's the idea. Tango can be really dramatic. Sometimes the lyrics are really strong, or sometimes they are sad. But the idea for me is always have a good feeling. Yes. Even if it's sad, but throw or pass the sadness feeling with a good feeling. It's possible.
Yes. That's very nice. Yes. And are there other things you take from psychology and you put in tango?
Yes, in pedagogic for sure. I try to be really clear when I explain something, and because I'm studying other things, I'm a student too. I always make this process in my brain, like remember when you are a student. And all in psychology is in Argentina 5 years, and the first 3 years are pedagogic. Okay. So I learn a lot how to talk with students, how to be empathic, or if I see that you are suffering something, how to calm down. So I cannot avoid to use my tools as psychologist, especially when I teach. And when I'm rehearsing, I try to never guilt or point my partner. If I listen my career, I say, no, Agostina, first take you the guilty and say, I don't feel comfortable. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Can we try for fix my mistake? Even if I know it's your mistake. But how to talk with my partner is the key for a good relationship and to after make a show and have a good time. Yes. Sometimes I forget. It's not easy. Yeah. I'm human, But I try to remember. Agostina, don't forget. First me, I'm the responsible.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your ambitions and for your future tango?
This is the first really hard question for me.
I found it.
The weak point. Oh, it's really hard because, my dream years ago was be a champion, sorry. And now I feel like I really love to work with women and to combine the self-esteem with the tango. I'm writing a book. So my book is all the advice that I would love to receive before being a dancer. So it will be many topics that combine the psychologists with the dancer career and try to advertise or give good advice to the next generation to avoid my mistake or make it easily the way.
Okay.
So the next step is the book. But in 10 years, I don't know. I feel like a woman. I have ambitious, like a more romantic, like make a family. I don't think about what happened with tango. But tango it will be always next to me. I don't know in which way, I psychologist or what, but it will be on my side.
I will try to make another hard question. Can you imagine what you will do if you don't have tango anymore?
For sure, I will dance. I will dance, but for sure. And work with my body. I fell in love with yoga, Pilates, something that connect myself. But for sure, I will miss the embrace of tango. I will repeat always, the embrace of tango doesn't have compare. And I swear you, I try many dance, and I never found something like that. So maybe first of all, get in depression, and then keep working as psychologist and something with the body, yoga or something like that.
So no suicide.
It will be an option. And scuba diving.
Diving.
Swim and diving. Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's meditate for me.
Okay. What does it mean, meditating, for you?
Hard question.
Yes, I'm special.
Yeah, you are. Meditating for me is not to avoid to thinking my problem, is to observe myself from outside and embrace everything that happened in that moment. It's a moment of silence with the world and try to get deeply intimate with myself. Actually, it's not at all to avoid what I'm thinking. You know, we have this idea to meditate is put your mind in white, and I never could. For me, it's not the thing. For me, it's be conscious, accept, embrace, and try to not, how can I say in English, judge myself and get calm. My goal is calm myself, and then without the judgment of what I'm feeling.
Even when you meditate, you do tango, you embrace.
It's a way to embrace myself. Yeah, it's a good metaphor. Yeah, I will use it next time. What is meditate? Dance tango with me. Oh, so me.
I embrace myself.
In a close embrace. Yeah.
I will ask the audience if there are some more questions.
I talk a lot, so.
No.
I have one. You are now in Barcelona, Thomas, but you left Argentina, of course. Why you choose for Barcelona?
I didn't. I chose to leave Argentina a few years ago. Before winning the championship, my idea was to live in Tokyo. But when I present in the championship, because I win, we have a world tour. So that year I was traveling a lot. And then when I decided to finally move all my stuff from Argentina, my partner, my boyfriend, not my tango partner, my boyfriend say, okay, I will join you, but please not a culture so different as us, as Argentina. And I say, okay, Europe. And I say, which city you like? And he told me, I don't know, you choose. The only contract series that I have was in Paris. So I was living there, really happy, not my boyfriend. hello, a kiss for my ex-boyfriend. And I asked, okay, let's back to Argentina. And he told me, no, I would like to try in Barcelona. So he already joined me. It was my turn to join the process. But I didn't like Barcelona for leave. Sorry, Catalanes. Because I knew the tango there was more small. The community was really, really small. And I felt there for my ex-boyfriend. 3 months later, we separated. And then after a few months, there in my documentary, I introduced all my papers to get the resident card. There in that process, I met now my fiance. He's from Spain, so the love catch me in Spain, and now I'm really happy there because my sentimental situation changed, and now I'm more happy. Now I'm happy with Barcelona, yes, but it was not my decision. Yes. Next question. No, don't worry. It's a good question, actually.
I would like to know how was the feeling to be world champion in tango? How was it for you?
Wow. It took me as a surprise first because we have just 6 months working with my partner. We were so young, and actually I wasn't as good in tango. I still have to learn a lot to be a champion. So if I'm honest, I think I win earlier. Like I didn't have the experience. So the first was a shock, a big surprise, a big happiness. But after the 2 days, a lot of pressure. I think the year of the championship was the hardest in my career and even in my life, because you have a title really big and you have to be on the level. Of course, the people invite you to work and you have to have the level, or at least I thought that in that moment. So I feel pressure. I didn't enjoy it that year. Yeah, so it's good to say the truth. And as me, many champion winners, we think the same. Of course, we are happy to get the title. We don't want to change, but it's not easy at all. After that year, you still have, it's like a bag. It's something really good that maybe can give me prestige. But of course, it's a big responsibility, and not always is easy to work with that. If I want to make something original or different or go out to the box, I know that everybody gonna judge me. And actually I did. I started to make Tango Femme. It's an individual female technique. I went into the Spain television. Was something important in my career, but of course many tangueros like, no, that's not tango. I want to kill me, you know. Like, what a champion are dancing alone. She's killing the tango. And maybe if I wasn't a champion, nobody gonna say nothing. And now I don't care. Growing up, I feel more mature and honest with myself. And I don't feel that pressure with the title. But at first was not easy, not easy at all.
You've got a lot of self-esteem now.
I empowered myself. Thank you to the therapy. Go to therapy. It's the best advice that I can give. Yeah, for me it's important. As every Argentino, the Argentinos, we keep our psychologists in kind of our family, you know. It's we are used to. It's cultural.
Yes, in Europe it's a little bit different.
Yeah, that's why I push to everyone.
I think it's very
It's important. It's important. Yes.
Okay, Agostina, thank you very much. It's very nice to learn you, to have tango lessons with you, and thank you very much for the interview and all what you bring. And
thanks to you. I have to say that I feel so comfortable this week. You have an amazing community. The house is incredible. I really recommend as a holiday and to learn a little bit tango. And you are amazing. The place have your energy. So thank you so much for trusting my work, and thank you to Anibal to invite me. So he was so great because it's the first time we are working together. And I think we have a really great week. So
It was really, really very nice. Thank you very much, and we hope you come back again.
thank you so much. Thank you everyone to trust.